Should TJ Dillashaw fight for a world championship? Or, moreover, what I'm asking you is, should TJ Dillashaw be disqualified to fighting for a world championship? I mean, that really seems to be a talk, guys. It frustrates me. And in full disclosure, before anybody thinks they need to leave comments, I broke USADA's rules. I tested positive and I was suspended through USADA. Do we all understand that? I mean, just in case there's like any new viewers that think I'm trying to outrun that. Is this one cheat defending another? Maybe. That's quite possibly exactly what this is. Okay, are we good? Are we all good now to have this conversation? Of course TJ Dillashaw should be fighting for a world championship. And so TJ Dillashaw wants to reclaim a 135-pound championship, of which, by the way, he never lost. Yeah, that's a pretty compelling story. Do you remember it differently? Was it so long ago that you believe the night that Henry Cejudo defeated TJ Dillashaw that they were competing for TJ's belt at 135 pounds? Because they weren't. It was 125 pounds. As a matter of fact, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head who the last 135-pounder to beat TJ Dillashaw is. Now, sure, TJ served his suspension, and he paid extra heavy, more than most guys. He lost his participation. He lost a world championship. He lost 2 years of his career. He lost his sponsorship. He lost some fame. Now he doesn't do what we call Google well, but he is back. He did serve all of that. And he is undefeated since he returned. Every part of the story that I've just said is accurate. So should he fight for a world championship? It would seem so. There's going to be pushback. There's going to be pushback because the failure of the drug test for a fight that was at a different weight class and was X amount of years ago. But the people that are pushing back aren't calling out TJ Dillashaw. I think that's relevant. I really do. And I'm not going to name them by name, but if you're a 135-pounder that's trying to take a spot or an opportunity from TJ Dillashaw, is there anywhere that we can prove that is anywhere verifiable that you have called TJ out? If you want what he's got or you want what he's about to get in the ass whipping business, go take it from him. It's pretty straightforward. If I'm wrong, I'll stand down. If the people that are saying TJ shouldn't get that opportunity and they're, moreover, believe that they should be given the opportunity, did you beat TJ Dillashaw? Did you try to beat TJ Dillashaw? Are you willing to step in there and face TJ Dillashaw? If you are, I'll stand down. I will stand down. We can continue to bring that failed drug test back. Because you're not going to find anything else to slow TJ down. You're not going to find a record. You're not going to find a person. You're not going to find a blemish. You're not going to find a 10-9 must system. You're not going to find a knockout, a TK, or a submission. There's no other way that we can stop him. So let's just default to the one and only thing that we have, which is the failed drug test in 2019. No man has beaten him, but a piss test did, and let that piss test continue to hold him back. Is that the argument? Maybe. Maybe he shouldn't be given an opportunity that should go to you. If you've offered to face him, that's the litmus test. Are you willing to face him? Are you willing to go take it from him? If the answer to that is yes, I'll stand down. We can default back to it. But what do you want to do with the current champion who happens to be Aljo? Aljo, it's a little bit slim pickings. Not for nothing. It was a big deal when Aljo beat Jon. Not once, but twice. Jon had really separated himself from the pack. Don't forget that. Jon had some close matches and they were hard, but for sure he won them. I mean, the Sandhagen fight comes to mind. That was an awesome battle, but for sure. No discrepancy, no dispute. Jon did come from behind. He did what was needed to be done. The only point is when Aljo beats Jon, it kind of pushes things back. You've now got the usual suspect. I think Aldo matters. I think Dominic Cruz, of course, should be looked at. I think TJ Dillashaw. 3 champions floating around right there. And I don't see anybody stepping up and grabbing a hold of that. I then think with the immersion of allegedly Henry Cejudo, I think that you're looking around. And I think you're, well, okay, we've got some pretty good options. Let's hear from Sterling. Let's get the champ's opinion. I don't exactly know where Henry is at, in all fairness. And I spent the weekend with Henry. I spoke to Henry and I even said to him, Henry, whatever you say to me, I'm going to go sit down in front of a camera and I'm going to go and tell the whole world. I'm not perfectly clear. I mean, talking to Cejudo, you would be surprised. He did mention Sterling's name for sure. He mentioned Volkanovski's just as much, and this might surprise you. He mentioned Max. And he didn't seem dead set on any one of them. So I'm only suggesting for you at 135 pounds, if you've got Aljamain Sterling, who definitely is going to go out and defend the championship, and you want to go and find the right guy. I like the Aldo talk. I love the Henry, I apologize, the Cruz talk. I feel as though I'm the one that's really pushing the Dominic Cruz. But I also couldn't deny TJ Dillashaw. There hasn't been a guy to step in there and beat him. And I feel as though if there is pushback on Dillashaw, or if you feel that that's where the waves are about to go, I don't know that it would behoove you to step up and talk about some kind of a piss test from 2019 as a way of stopping the wins behind TJ Dillashaw. It would seem as though in this sport, you should put your skills, your license, and your reputation, put that head-to-head with Dillashaw. That might be a way to stop him, and it might also be the best way to take whatever you think is coming his way. And if we've predetermined, if we've got this notion that he's about to be named the number one contender, but it hasn't happened yet, and you want to stop that train in its tracks, the best way to do it is step in there and beat him, fight him, face him, call out TJ Dillashaw.